Hello, FPC Salinas. This is Pastor John coming to you with another edition of the Midweek Refresher video, where I desire to do two things. Number one, provide you information, and number two, provide you inspiration in the middle of your week. Trust me when I say this, there's quite a bit of information, and I hope there's a decent amount of inspiration in this video. All right, so let's hop to it. The first item is that this upcoming Thursday, October 31st, is Trunk and Treat. It goes from 6 to 8 p.m. at the church, in the church parking lot. We're going to have a great time. Games, excitement, all types of things, cars decorated, and we need your help. And many of you have already volunteered to help, and we say thank you for that. You can help by praying. You can help by bringing in even more candy, and for those of you that have already done that, we say thank you. We're going to be able to distribute plenty of candy to these children. And then the last thing is this: we need help with registration. We need help with interacting with people. We need help with all these different games that we're doing. We can always use your help, all right? So if you have questions or you'd like to help out, email Lorraine at fbcsalinas.com and she will get you that information. Again, it's this Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. right here in the church parking lot. Second announcement is that a week from this upcoming Saturday, which is November 9th, the men's ministry is hosting a breakfast, and the speaker at the breakfast is going to be Gabe Williams, our director to student ministry, oversees ministering, I should say, to junior high and high school students, doing a great job. He's going to share with the men at this event, and I guarantee you this: you need to show up, because Gabe's got quite a story, and Gabe's ministry is making an impact here at the church. We're so grateful for that, and grateful that the Lord brought him here, and so I encourage you to be here on November 9th. I believe it starts around 9:30, and we'll eat breakfast and hear from Gabe, have a great time of fellowship with one another, all right? If you have any questions, email me at john@fbcsalinas.com. Be more than happy to answer your questions there, all right? Third announcement is that on November 16th, is another opportunity for us to partner with Closer Walk down in Chinatown. We're looking forward to the ministry that we have there, and the ongoing ministry that we continue building with people there. And we invite you to be a part of this. Meet here around 3:15 on November 16th. We'll take the meal down. We'll be back here around 5:30 or so in that area, having a great time serving people there and getting to share the love of Jesus with these folks. If you have any questions, email Tracy at fbcsalinas.com. That would be great. And then the last announcement is this: Streets of Bethlehem is only a few weeks away. We need your help. How can you help? You can be praying about this. How can you help? You and some of your friends could get together and say, you know what? Let's see what we can do with one of these sukkahs here in the marketplace. You want to help out? Contact us at the church at info@fbcsalinas.com, and we will get you information so you can talk and engage in questions with Kylie Sloan, who is pretty much the lead person on this. So we're looking forward to it. It is always a spectacular event as people get involved in ministry here, as well as welcoming people into Bethlehem. We look forward to this, all right? So that's only a few weeks away, all right? So let's get prayed up about this, and let's watch what God wants to do this year. The next part of this, in between the information, the inspiration, is this. I want to say thank you. Thank you for the cards, the kind words, the gifts that you gave to me the other day at Pastor Appreciation Day here. And I want to say thanks, not only for those things, but I want to say thank you for being a part of FBC Salinas. It has been a joy for me to serve here as pastor, and I look forward to how God wants to continue using me here, as well as what he has in store for us. I believe he is on the move. He's doing some great things, and I look forward to being a part of those great things in the next seasons of ministry here. But I want you to know, I appreciate you, and I'm grateful for all the ministry you've had in my life and the impact you've made in my life. So thank you very much. Have you ever found yourself going at such a breakneck speed that you can't even see what's going on around you? Perhaps even more specifically, have you been going at such a breakneck speed that you can't even see the Lord and what he's doing right around you? I think sometimes we get really caught up in trying to get this done for Jesus, or trying to get that done for Jesus, or trying to do this, and we're trying to serve, and we're trying to be the best parent we can be. We're trying to be the best kid in our family that we can be. We're trying to be the best husband or wife. We're trying to be the best this, best that. We get so focused on all of that, right? We just keep going. We keep going, keep going. And in the process, what ends up happening is I think we miss out. Oh, we do some really cool things. And in Mark chapter 6, the apostles did some really cool things at the beginning of this chapter. Jesus sends them out and says, you're going to cast out demons, you're going to heal people. It's going to be a magnificent experience for you. It's not always going to be smooth, but I guarantee you this, you're going to see me work in and through your lives in miraculous ways. And so they go out and they do that, and you want to know what happens? Yeah. They did some pretty cool things. God used them to cast out demons. God used them to heal people who were sick. God did amazing things through their lives. Imagine how much excitement they had. They were so thrilled to be used in such magnificent ways. So they come back and they're all excited, and Jesus senses their excitement and says, hey, you know what, guys? You know what, apostles? Let's get away for a little while. Let's have a little retreat. So they take off, they go on this retreat, everything's going really well, but then people hear about it, and all of a sudden, all these people start collecting, and they keep collecting, they keep collecting, they keep collecting. They're not going anywhere. Jesus is teaching them. And then Jesus says, we need to feed these people, and the apostles look and go, well, how's that going to happen? Isn't it interesting? In a matter of hours, perhaps a day or so, they went from casting out demons and healing people, leaning into the faith that they have, allowing God to use them. And now all of a sudden, Jesus says, we need to take care of these people. And their initial reaction isn't, hey, this will be pretty cool. Look what you did last time. Now we get to see you do that again. The initial reaction was, no, I got questions. We've got a lot of questions. What does Jesus do? Takes 5 loaves, 2 fish, feeds all these people. And then at the end of it, something happens. And that's where the breakneck speed and not seeing Jesus clearly comes into play. Immediately, he made this is verse 45 in Mark 6. Immediately, Jesus made his disciples get into the boat and go before him to the other side, to Bethsaida, while he dismissed the crowd. And after he had taken leave of them, he went up on the mountain to pray. And when evening came, the boat was out on the sea, and he was alone on the land. And he saw that they were making headway painfully, for the wind was against them. Jesus sees them off in the distance. He sees the wind. He sees the waves. He sees that it's not easy for them. They're straining to get to where they need to go. And about the 4th watch of the night, he came to them walking on the sea. He meant to pass by them, but when they saw him walking on the sea, they thought it was a ghost and cried out. For they all saw him and were terrified. In a matter of, we don't know how long, but in a matter of time, from the beginning of Mark chapter 6, where Jesus sends them out to do all these amazing things, and they go and do those things because they're placing their trust and their faith in Jesus, casting out demons, healing people. Then we have the feeding of the 5,000, where they are all of a sudden having questions about whether or not this can actually happen. All of a sudden they're realizing, they're thinking, all those things we did, but now, well, we're not quite sure. And now we hit the end of Mark chapter 6. And they're so focused in on making it across the sea that they can't even see that Jesus is right with them, walking next to them. They didn't even recognize him. They were terrified. Is that not true for us? Is it not possible that we move so quickly? We see Jesus do great things and we say, yeah, thank you for that. And then he continues doing great things and we're like, yeah, we're not quite sure that we can do this. And then we get to the place where we don't even recognize him. And immediately Jesus speaks to them and says, take heart, It is I. Do not be afraid. We get going. We get going at breakneck speed. We know that God wants to use us, and yet we get afraid, don't we? We get afraid of making a mistake. We get afraid of not making it to the next point. And we forget that all the while, Jesus has been walking with us. He's been doing great things in us. And yet we forget and we fail to see him. It's my prayer that we will be able to see Jesus as he's walking alongside us and say, Lord, help me. Help me see you more clearly. Because there are opportunities out there all the time. And oftentimes we don't see them because we don't see Jesus. May we have eyes to see Jesus. May we have eyes to see Jesus and hearts that say, Lord, come on, let's go. Use me, transform me, change my life so I can see you more clearly and live a life that makes a difference for you in the kingdom. Help me, Lord. May that be our prayer. Lord, help me. Help me see you. Hey, I love you. I'm thankful for you. I'm praying for you. And I hope you and I this week get to see Jesus in ways that are really simple as well as complicated, but that we would rest in the fact that he's walking with us every step of the way. God bless. Have a great rest of the day. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.